Today I'm going to show you how to make a very powerful solenoid valve to be used in a DIY air gun. It can easily be found in every discarded washing machine and dishwasher. First we need to open it up. Some of them are glued shut, but most of them can be easily opened. The bottom of the valve can be unscrewed open. We can modify the piston to get more airflow. The top of the piston can be cut off, otherwise it just restricts flow. We can also enlarge the pilot hole to get the valve to open faster. The hole is widened with 3mm drill bit from the top, but don't drill all the way through. From the bottom, a 1.5mm hole is drilled that connects with the 3mm hole. The top of the piston can be shortened further with a file. After the membrane is back on, the top of the piston shouldn't stick out too much. We want the air to come out as easily as possible. That's why we are not using the original output port. Instead, a 9mm hole is drilled straight trough of the top of the valve. That way the air won't slow down because of the corner. Next we need to split the valve in two. It's easiest to chop it with a knife, but a hacksaw also works. Let's try it. The old input and output ports must be removed. The whole area must be filed and sanded completely to prepare it for gluing. For a new input port, a bottle cap is used. A 10mm hole is drilled in the center and the surface is filed so that the glue can hold better. Both surfaces are cleaned completely with brake cleaner. A 2-component epoxy would be the strongest, but I don't have time to wait for it to dry. I will use hot glue. It can be almost as strong if the surfaces are prepared correctly. They are heated with hot air so that the glue won't solidify on contact. Also, the glue gun has been on for at least 15 minutes to ensure that the glue is smoking hot. The old output port is filled with glue. Then the bottle cap is glued to the input port. A lot of glue must be used for it to hold maximum amount of pressure. Some paper was used to prevent the glue from going inside the valve. It can easily be removed. Now all the parts of the valve can be put back together. A 1-liter bottle with a bicycle valve can be used to test it. It is still leaking. The 1.5mm hole must be sanded smoother for the piston to make airtight seal. After that, it holds air perfectly. Now we just need a way to control the valve. Let's make a new coil. The old iron core optimizes the shape of the magnetic field. A 0.9mm insulated copper wire is used to make the coil work with low voltages. The thicker the wire, the lower voltage it requires. The old coil was meant for mains voltage and it had very thin wire. After no more wire can fit in the coil, the wire can be cut and the sides of the iron core can be folded back to place. The coil is covered with tape so it won't unwind. The coil can be tested with a 3.7-volt lithium-ion battery. It draws 6 amps. That means it's powerful enough to open the valve with very high pressure. Let's test it with 3 bars of pressure. The bottle emptied instantly and the lighter flew 5 meters. It is possible to build very compact and powerful airguns with this valve.